want to start with Monday is going to be a hell of a game
Uh-huh.
at the Stadium. You've been through this before big game. What is Fergie going to say in the dressing room to the players?
Just play the normal game. City have got a fantastic home record this year. I think they've only dropped 2 points, haven't they? The draw against Sunderland, actually. And United have got a fantastic, probably the best away record in the league. But just to play the normal game. They've got experienced players who've been down this road before. There's no doubt that this is the biggest derby game I can ever remember, where it looks like it's whoever wins, wins the title. Is as simple as that. Now the draw would suit United a lot more than the draw would suit City. They know they have to win, but there probably is. Whoever wins, they're scoring the title. Well, if they win this game, they'll certainly be favourites to win the title, because I know they've got Newcastle away, but this will give them a big boost of confidence. They've won the last 3 games, they've scored plenty of goals, so they're coming into the game with a lot of confidence. But there's pressure on them. They're at home. There's the managers won titles in Italy, so there's Brian Kidd's assistant manager, so he's won titles in that role at Manchester United. So there's experience in that front, but there's not too many of their players have experienced this so late in the season. So it's fairly new for them, but they are a fantastic side, and it will be a real difficult game.
Are you surprised that Carlos Tevez came back from out of the way with City?
Well, I mean, he's a quality player. That was down to Mancini. He's done very well since he's came back, particularly over the last 3 games. He's given a bit of an upsurge, really, because I think when their fans would have said when they got beat against Arsenal, they probably thought it was all over. But United have slipped up twice and give them a good chance, because losing at Wigan and then particularly the 4-4 draw at home to Everton, their points dropped, and it all leads to a fantastic game. But it's down to Mancini, whether Tevez came back or not.
But were you surprised?
Was I surprised? Not really, because as I said, they they were fantastic in the first half of the season, but they had a couple of months there where they struggled away from home. And he is a quality player. He's won titles at United, so I would say I'm more surprised at him.
How do you think Sir Alex would have handled the Tevez situation?
Well, I mean, you never quite know what's happened unless you're in the camp and that. He's one of his biggest assets is man management. I don't know how we handled it, whether things might have materialised differently, but I would say his biggest asset is man management, and I would say that in this day and age, more than 50% of being a good manager is being able to handle players, because you've got different nationalities, different temperaments, different cultures these days, so you have to look after them. I don't know how he handled it, but he's very good at looking after players, so you can draw your own conclusions from that. Sorry?
Would Sir Alex have allowed?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Things might have been handled differently. I don't know. I'm just saying that he's very good at man management. It's he's had some characters in the past like Eric Cantona, and he's been able to handle him. So as I said, in this day and age, well over 50% of being a good manager is man management, looking after players, and that I think that is his biggest asset.
People are talking about United's defence not being so good this season. Evra has come under a lot of criticism. Be playing the same position as him. Do you think Evra is still good for United?
Yeah, I've no doubt. I mean, he's captain. Vidic has been a big loss this year. We had a new keeper this year as well. I think Johnny Evans has played really well this year. I think if you take away the two games where they conceded 4 against Everton and 6 against City, they've got the best defensive record. I think Everett played very well. He's leading as a captain, and he offers that stability back there, the experience that you need, because Rio's experience in that, but he's probably been the only ever present in the defence this year.
It's interesting because Paul Parker actually recently said that had he not been wearing the England's armband, he wouldn't be on the pitch.
Well, perhaps you have to question about, ask him about that. But I think he's been a real plus this year. He's captain. You're not captain of Manchester United, for nothing like that. And as I said, with a new keeper coming in, Vidic being injured, you need experienced players back there.
So you're happy with his performance?
Yeah, particularly of late as well. It's a big game on Monday night. We've won 19 titles. That's why we're here with DHL and this trophy tour. We're desperate to hang on to it. That it's not easy to win. It's not easy to win.
Can you recall a Manchester derby being this big ever in your career?
I can't. No, I've played in some big ones, but nothing of this magnitude. I think it's the first time that, obviously, certainly since I played for United, that City have challenged for the title. We know how desperate, how hard it is to win. Premier League titles.
Do you think players were feeling the cheaters?
Well, you're always nervous as a player in the final run-in. You just hope that the experience that you've garnished in the last 5-10 years will stand to you, because it is a different feeling. You do drop points on the run-in. It's only natural. That's how we react on the back of that. And I think they all know that it's going to be a tough game at the Etihad on Monday night, but hopefully they'll come through it. It's a good test for them. It really is.
Your prediction? Nice.
I think it'd be a draw, which I'd be more than happy with. We need that 20th title.
Thank you very much.